everybody? It is Tuesday here at Distribution Bar. Today I'm doing an intro, and this is how you do an intro sometimes: is you call out that you're doing an intro. Yeah. But yeah, welcome to Distribution Bar. Every Tuesday evening we do this thing here, this podcast. I am one of your hosts, Jarrett Florea.
I'm your other co-host, Moreno.
And we are Toadally Croakin. Hell yeah. So every episode we like to start off with a new joke topic given to us by our previous guests. And last week's guest was Chris Taylor and Nick Cano, right? And Chris Taylor decided to give us the topic time machine, I believe, or future. I'm going to say it's one of those. I can't remember specifically which one, but those land in the same thing, and you can tell the same jokes with them. So I'm gonna start off with my time machine joke. I've been working on building a time machine. I don't know if you knew this, but I've just been so busy lately. The hardest part about building this time machine has really been finding the time. But Albert, what do you got?
Oh shit. Okay.
Albert wasn't ready. Let's go back in time and prepare our jokes.
Mine was more time travel.
Okay, that works too.
I thought it said time travel. Okay, anyways. As a kid, I thought that time travel was so cool, but I thought it was something that I would never get to experience until I realized my weed dealer actually knows a guy. It turns out for $15 in a steady relationship with your drug dealer, you can experience the past and the present from a chocolate truffle bar that also crushes the ego that you thought you had. That's my joke.
Albert, you want to move the mic stand out of your way? Hell yeah. Yeah, it's been a busy week. It's been a busy week. I'm surprised you haven't gotten too big for this podcast already.
Definitely a lot busier. Having to get comfortable about posting more stuff online.
Yeah.
I'm such an introvert. I literally have to get out of that habit now.
Yeah. Trenton Tebow posted something on his TikTok a little bit ago. It said, if you notice, I've been posting cringe.
I saw it, yeah.
I don't give a fuck. That's how we have to kind of be now. Now
I'm
that we're
glad
posting
you posted
more shit.
that. It's something we all have to do.
Yep. And I mean, fucking posted those 2 promos today, and they were fun. They feel weird, especially making a promo inside of a public restroom. You're just hoping no one walks in.
The begging for topics, that was really funny.
Thank you.
Good idea.
Yeah, I definitely had to use an old time machine joke because I did not have time
literally
to write my time machine joke.
Understandable.
Yeah.
I only just wrote mine in 2 minutes, so...
Hey, we could tell.
Yeah, I know.
Hell yeah. Well, you know what? I'm just excited to talk to this next guest. I've been excited to have him on. We've had this guy planned to be on this podcast for a hot minute now. And now that he's in town for the summer, he's not gone and making us feel like lesser beings because we're not traveling like this man is. Let's get up for the wonderful George Brown. Hey, let's hear this time machine joke from George Brown.
I don't know what I would do with a time machine. I'm one of those people who, if I had a time machine, I think I'd do some good for the world, you know? Like, I'm one of those people, I think I would go back in time and kill baby me. That's what I think I would do. Stephen Hawking actually, he proved time travel was impossible. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? You heard of this? So, since you don't know, he... Basically, in 2010, he rented out a conference room, and he filled it with, like, balloons and, like, chips and stuff, and he said he was throwing a party for time travelers. And the idea being that, like, since no one showed up, it proves that time travel isn't real. And there's this, like, very famous picture of Stephen Hawking sitting by himself. I think nobody showed up because the party fucking sucked, dude. Like, I think if Chief Keef threw a party for time travelers, that shit would have been packed, dude. There's another part I had to this. He also didn't send out any invites, you know? I'm from the future. Nobody I know got an invite to that. I think the reason is because he knew that if people from the future started showing up, they would just be asking him about the Epstein list. I think that's what... And what annoys me the most about it is that if high school taught me anything, it's that I can't prove him wrong. No one's showing up to my...
Stephen Hawking should have promoted it more with like Instagram ads.
Yeah, I should have run that ads.
Give it up for George Brown, everybody.
George Brown.
Oh yeah. I had a similar thought that if holy shit.
Was that me?
That might have been that mic. If that mic continues to do that, we'll switch you out for that mic. There's always one. There's always one.
Yeah.
Let's see. That one's yours, right? Speaking into that one?
Okay, speaking.
No. Okay. I think we know which one's yours. So.
All right.
But yeah,
Cool.
if there were time machines ever, I think we would know now because if I got a time machine, if I bought a time machine, I'd go back in time and sell the idea of a time machine to someone before they were invented. So I think that's why. I don't think there's going to be time machines ever, or else we'd know it. We'd see them already. We'd already have time machines.
Another thing I thought was like the whole like you go back in time to warn your past self about something. I think I'm so socially awkward that I would be too nervous to go talk to my past self.
You're
It's like I don't know what's wrong. Like I know this. I literally know what's going on inside his head. I still wouldn't do it.
I know you're 12 and I look not 12, but I promise you, things are going to get way worse, buddy. It's going to get...
I feel like every movie I've ever seen about time travel is just you watching unfold of how awful humans are and how we fuck up any opportunity we get when there's a time machine.
Yeah, no, I don't
I
think...
think that'd be a boring movie, though, if they just went back in time and everything worked out great.
That's very true.
Went back in time and just... Yep, now I'm rich in the future. You just go back in time and you go back, and then you go back to the future. Like, things worked out exactly how I want. The end.
You see what happened for Biff whenever he got everything he wanted.
Yeah, they need to do the Back to the Future movie, but it's just Biff's perspective, and it's the happy version of Biff.
Yeah.
He gets to just live as this guy who's predicted all of... Honestly, actually, I feel like after a certain amount of correct predictions, Biff would have been kidnapped by the U.S. government and experimented on for his fortune-telling ways.
Fuck the U.S. government. He would have been kidnapped by the NFL, dude. 2 guys in shoulder pads would have come and picked up Biff.
Go with us, Biff.
Throw him in a van.
Man, George E. Brown. For the viewers at home, George Brown, he started his stand-up comedy career in Texas, but now he is traversing California while he's in college. Something is not done amongst most of us comedians. I didn't go to college.
Yeah.
Did you go to college, Albert?
For a year and a half.
Hell yeah. Drop out?
Yep.
Yeah.
I did.
You still have time.
There's still time.
You got a
Still
year
very
in.
possible. Can I just point out, your scrunchie around your arm makes it look like you're tying up a knot to shoot heroin. That's all I've noticed.
I had it up there while I was washing my hand, and I never put it back down.
Like if a middle school girl was to do heroin, she would use a scrunchie.
Yeah, he's been working on this heroin frog joke.
Yeah, a heroin frog.
Did you guys like frog?
Yeah. Ribbit.
Y'all know? Do y'all know who Mike Birbiglia is?
Yeah,
He has a really good joke about like a heroin Muppets joke.
Heroin Muppets joke.
Yeah.
Heroin Muppet. I need to hear this heroin Muppet joke.
It's one of my favorite comedy specials called "Thank God for Jokes."
Okay.
Yeah, I think that was like one of my favorite comedy specials that was definitely, I feel like, one of the most influential ones whenever I first got into stand-up to want to be a comedian.
Yeah.
Because Mike Birbiglia is a storyteller. He writes stories with his brother, who's not a comedian.
Okay.
And so most of his specials, like, there's not really like one-liner jokes or anything. It's all just really elaborate stories. They're really good, too. Because I don't listen to a lot of storyteller comics. It's not really my preference, but he's incredible at it.
I used to. There was a period of time, I think... like when Tom Segura had, I think it's like second or third special out on Netflix. That's like Tom was probably my favorite, and he's more of a storyteller. And I think that period of time I was more into storyteller comedians, but now I like.
Well, I think storyteller comics. I think Dave Chappelle a lot. I listen to a lot of him.
Yeah.
And then like one of the first bits I remember seeing when I watched stand up was John Mulaney's story about going to the doctor to get Xanax.
Yeah.
Where he lied about getting Xanax, that he had to get a prostate exam.
Man, George, is that kind of the I guess the route you want to take? You want to be like the next John Mulaney?
I said when I first started I wanted to be like a low energy John Mulaney.
Okay.
Like a sober John Mulaney is what
So we met you. You started at Southside Cellar, right?
The very first time I ever did it was Southside Cellar.
How did you even find out about that, Mike?
I just Googled open mics in Fort Worth, and Hyenas was the first to pop up. But I was 17 at the time, and so I called Hyenas, and I was like, hey, can I come do the open mic? And I now know it was Eric on the phone, was like, no.
That's so funny.
And so I did some digging and found Southside Cellar, and I asked, like, in, like, a Reddit group or something, I was like, will they care if, like, I'm under 21? And somebody was like, no. They will not.
Yeah.
And then I showed up, and I did it, and here I am.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think being a stand-up comedian, I guess, puts a barrier between you and normal people at school?
Normal people.
Holy shit, that is understatement.
Here, switch out to that mic. I feel like this wire's fucked up on this one.
Can you say the question again?
Yeah, do you think being in stand-up comedy puts a barrier between you and the people that you interact with at school? Like, while you were in high school, I'd imagine it especially, but even now that you're in college?
I would say, yeah, in high school. So the first 3 months, I didn't tell anyone like in my school that I was doing it because I was so embarrassed of like them seeing me and not doing well. And so I didn't tell anyone. But it was like this weird thing of like, when I started doing stand-up, like, everything else I had given a shit about in life, I stopped caring about.
Yeah.
So, like, I was, like, trying to be a football player, which obviously didn't work out, that kind of thing. And so I was kind of just always had my mind on stand-up during the school day. And then with college, there's a lot of, like, I'm gone so much that, the like on campus life, I'm not really like doing a ton of that, which a lot of my friends were. So it definitely is like a weird disconnect.
Yeah.
Especially, and also you're just hanging out with like
old people that are in their late 30s or
late
early 30s.
Just like, yeah.
Don't look at me, Jarrett.
Yeah.
So don't look at me, Jarrett.
Yeah, people who are in their mid 30s and should quit. Yeah. It's just like a weird type of person you hang around a lot.
Yeah. You find it hard to relate to people your own age because of it?
Not really relate to people my own. I will say, like, there's a lot of, like, I wouldn't say I can still relate to kids my age, but there's a lot of, like, stuff that I just don't give a shit about.
Yes. They do?
Yes.
Yeah, it's like the whole, a lot of the kids, like, at my school, for example, are, like, rushing frats or something. Like, that was, like what they're consumed in, like on-campus, like, stuff and, like, whatever academic stuff. And it's like I do that a little bit, but, like, I'm very focused on stand-up, so I don't.
Yeah, that social aspect of college is not nearly as important towards to you. Yeah, I mean, I get that. That's how I'd feel, too. I feel like without stand-up, I wouldn't have, like, if I was in your situation, I just then wouldn't have something outside of the actual school, because I wouldn't want to go all that other crazy shit, like all the frat shit and whatever, and socializing. And I feel like you're probably in that same boat. You seem very similar in that way, where it's not appealing to you to go party like that or do all that college shit.
Yeah, you're very fortunate that you're not like trying to do that at the same time as this.
I was for a little. First semester, I was trying to do both, but then I was only getting up like 4 nights a week, and like I started just doing more stand-up than going out, and now it's to the point where it's like I'm mostly just doing stand-up.
Oh yeah,
which is good and bad in its own ways.
Yeah, well, I mean, it can be bad just that like you'll notice yourself get stale and kind of just repeating lines and actually having fun when it's just like all you're doing.
Yeah.
There is something to having a life too, because your comedy gets kind of stale when you're just doing so much.
Yeah. Well, that's why like so many like I heard somebody talk about this on a podcast, but they were like there's a generation of comics that knew that like talking about like airports and hotels is hack, but they didn't realize that that's because you're on the road all the time. That's like all you have to talk about, kind of thing. It's one of the things is like, and it can be hard at times. I try not to do jokes about doing stand up, because it just feels like something that
It's very like
hard for an audience to relate.
Yeah,
I've never really
people have to
tried
be
to-
in the know. Like, I think I feel like something like that might work in somewhere like LA or Austin, where the stand up is like it's more of a well-known thing amongst just general people that aren't even actively in stand-up, but definitely it isolates an audience. It's more like an open mic kind of situation to make jokes about stand-up.
Now, stay tuned for the open mic where I open about a bit about a heckler, but
Well, as a let me see, how do I word this? I guess, okay, so if regular socializing is taking a back seat because of stand-up, has relationships, like, since you've been doing stand-up comedy, I guess even before stand-up comedy, were you worried about being in a relationship? Are you worried about being in a relationship now?
in high school, yes, for two different reasons. In high school, I was worried about it because I was a loser, you know? It's classic, like will I ever find someone kind of thing. Now it's like, I don't think I have time kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's kind of sad to see, but like, when there's a lot of guys that like when they get a girlfriend or something, like stand-up takes a huge backseat.
Yeah.
Having a kid, horrible idea. All comics should be pro-choice, dude. If you want to have a career,
Yep.
yeah, it's very difficult to have anything else.
Oh, I can vouch for that.
Yeah.
I really hate to see my friends get held back by their own kids, you know.
Getting married and I have a 3-year-old. This is
Well, that's the other thing is like I'm in a very like lucky spot to be like this young and do it.
Yeah.
This young in that like I have not a lot of obligations. So.
you have
You're
the
also
benefit
ready
of like
You're
there's
also
not-
ready for the opportunities too,
Yeah.
which is a huge part of it.
Yeah.
I think especially being as young as you are, it makes it even easier to make that choice of being like relationships. But you know, if you're a comic in like your 40s, you're probably like I can't completely swear off relationships because if I focus on comedy for 10 years, relationships are going to be so much harder to come by.
I think it makes it easier later on to get into a relationship because like you're like well-adjusted in comedy. It's less of a distraction in your life when you already have been doing it for a while. So.
Yeah.
Like you'd be fine now if you were to get into a relationship. You've already been doing comedy for a while, but it also takes time away from comedy. But I don't think it'd be as difficult for you than like a lot of comics who don't know how to balance the two.
It kind of comes back around because you'll see certain comics who are even past their 40s who are like, oh, like I've done like almost all the family stuff and like now I have time to just do comedy. Like all the people that like retire and do it because like their marriages aren't going well. I didn't want to.
There's so much time for open mics whenever it's not going.
That's my hope now is that I've started it and I'll just stick with it. And then if it doesn't work while my child is a child, I'll just hopefully still be doing it once she's not my responsibility anymore. And that's when my time will come.
Yeah.
I'm working on an 18-year plan right now. I'm not looking to break through in comedy in the next 5 years. I'm looking 18 years.
Well, there's already something to the delusion of a comic to know that it's going to take at least 10 years for like something huge to happen. You're like, okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's do this, I guess.
Yeah, it's a very like, it's a very like almost like stressful of like, especially when you bomb at an open mic and you've been doing it for a few years. You're like, oh man, is this gonna go anywhere? Or did I just fucking waste
Luckily,
the last 4 years of my life?
I think I've identified this cycle, and I think even like talking with like Albert and other of our buddies is like this cycle. You have to identify like you're gonna have that period of like, man, I suck at this, man. Everything I write sucks. Oh man, I bombed at an open mic with a joke that I've done for 2 years. What this joke sucks. At all of it. What happened? It just changed all of a sudden. But then you just got to wait a couple more months. You'll have a good show again that will show to you like, oh, I have been putting in work. Oh, I'm not as terrible as that streak of bad open mics or bad shows or whatever had me thinking. I'm definitely getting into that rut again where I'm like, fuck, man.
You need to remind yourself of the good things.
I'm doing dog ass.
No, man. I think there's something to like having a certain type of job too. Like whenever you leave work, like I better have something else besides just this because I could not imagine like just being a delivery driver for Amazon and I'm just home after that. Like, thank God I have comedy right afterward. It's like something that's gonna benefit me later on because this would be awful if it was just a 9-to-5 job and nothing else.
Yeah, and then you were just coming to the bar just to be at a bar and you're not there to at least do comedy and
Yep.
stuff. Yeah, it'd make the beers that you drink during open mics a lot more concerning if you were
For sure.
if you weren't at least attending open mics.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you think you're going to make that switch once you turn 21 and let open mics be like the worst influence
I'm
for
gonna
you
try
possible?
not to.
Yeah.
Well, it's because like I feel like I've already like when I associate stand up with like work a little bit, and that like I don't drink when I do it.
Definitely.
So hopefully I don't turn into a degenerate.
Yeah.
It will be interesting though, because like now like at comedy clubs and stuff, I won't even like try to show them a fake or anything because like I don't want to mess up my relationship with the club.
Yeah.
So that's like another thing that stops me from doing it. So
It's smart.
Yeah.
we'll see. I don't think so. I hope not.
Luckily for me, I just don't tend to like alcohol, so that's what
Yeah.
prevented me. And
Just don't put high noons around him or you can't control
shut the
himself.
fuck up! Oh my god! I drank one high noon,
Yeah.
one podcast, and this dude thinks I'm an alcoholic now.
Oh, that was I remember that podcast.
Yeah, I was wasted out of
Yeah,
my
he's
mind.
out
Oh
of
my
control.
god!
Yeah. Was that last week?
No, the
2
week
weeks
before.
ago,
Yeah, I think it was
yeah.
with Jordan Mack.
Dude, last week, I got to give y'all credit. That was the most fun open mic
Thank
I've
you,
ever done.
thank you.
Yeah, over
That's
20 comics signed up.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a lot
Crazy
of
night.
compliments about last week. The people that came, though. So definitely hoping that more people that came last week, keep showing up, and hopefully more people. And so I was better about this week as well, posting in the group because I think it's what was some of the problem that and competing with Southside,
Yeah.
just not posting in the comedy groups that we have this
Yeah.
mic going on. But
How does it feel to slit the throat of Southside Sellers open mic and kill it?
I don't think it was us.
I don't think it was y'all either.
I don't think
There's
it was
been
us.
a lot of talk in certain
Yeah.
circles about this.
I think
and,
we just happened
there
to be
actually?
in the neighborhood when it happened. Yeah.
like Chris Taylor and a couple others are kind of give us shit for saying we killed the mic. Like, get out of here.
Yeah, if we weren't on tape, I would
Yeah, but you
give
know
my
what?
thoughts on it.
It happened. It's weird though going past Southside Cellar and being like, what are you guys even doing there now? Like what
Yeah.
what do you guys offer?
I know.
What,
Is my mic, I can hear my voice, but why is it down all the way?
is it down this one?
Oh, I'm thinking, I'm a fucking idiot.
No,
I thought, because
You were three.
It was blue. No, since this mic is blue, I thought the one that was three is blue.
yeah. We don't have it color
I'm
coordinated.
gonna leave the tech stuff to you guys.
you talk pretty quietly too.
Yeah, that is true.
And George, let's see. That's what I think about your
All right. Well, if we're gonna do this
technology fucking skills.
well, let's. Okay. Well, it's now that you said that. Oh, really? That's really funny, Jarrett.
That's George trying to talk to another 40-year-old open micer.
Yeah.
That's kind of why I approach
Yeah.
it.
So it's,
that's what. That's
I was
what.
about to drop a name. So, Schmob Schmosh. Tell me your life story. Oh, really?
You mean Bob Moss?
Bob Moss would have been better.
Actually, out of curiosity, have you happened to meet anyone else on your campus that also does stand-up comedy?
I've met, so there's a couple of kids in LA, like a couple of USC kids that actually do stand up.
Yeah.
And then like another kid who's like college age, Adamo, who they all work at like the Ha Ha Comedy Club.
Yeah.
And so that's been cool. There's some kids on my campus that like do stand up and that they do it like once every other month
Yeah.
at like the on campus open mic
Yeah.
kind of thing. Not many kids throwing their lives away and doing it nonstop.
So they're throwing their lives away, their lives away
Yeah.
going to college.
Yeah, that's true. Throwing their social lives away.
Yeah.
But so the kids that are like comics are more like improv group type people,
Okay,
which
okay.
no hate against them because
Yeah.
like that's still a valid like outlet or whatever, but not like actually doing it.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Sweet. Yeah, I was just curious about that.
Yeah.
I'd also just imagine it's probably the same situation with high school.
Mm-hmm.
Just the annoyingness of people being like, "Oh, you're doing stand. I could totally do that too."
Yeah, you know that makes you feel. Yeah, well, it's especially like. I feel like you just get that in general. I was doing a show a few weeks ago. And there was this like girl who came up to us after, And she was like, my therapist said that I could be a comedian. I was like, oh, really? Tell us a joke.
Was this at Big Laugh?
This was at Big Laugh, yeah.
Yeah. It was just the lady that came into the green room randomly.
Oh, yeah. Were you there?
Yeah. I don't think I was there for the first interaction, but I was there when she just randomly burst in the green room like she had any business being in there.
It's an annoying thing about being a comic in general. But yeah,
I feel like it's like sports, like people that are fans of sports, like you're so close to it, like you feel like you can just say like, oh yeah, I could totally do that too. It's like you have no fucking clue.
100%.
I've always felt that way when people talk about comedy and sports, like you sound like the same person. Like it just seems like because it's like right in front of you, like clearly I can do this. Like,
well, stand up. Stand up seems a lot easier than it actually.
That's for sure.
Actually is.
Especially when you're not seeing the bombing over and over and over and
but
over.
especially like I don't think people understand how hard it is to write a joke that like how much harder it is than like saying something funny in conversation.
Yeah.
Because with a joke you have to like present something that makes you laugh.
Yeah.
As opposed to like just having a quip.
I think what people think they're funny when they say like I'm funny in conversation. They probably are better for crowd work if you're going to be like that.
Yeah.
If saying that I'm funny in conversation is like, oh, I'm an amazing crowd work comedian.
Yeah.
Like, okay, you can be, but there's a lower bar for being funny in conversation in crowd work because it's seen as spontaneous.
I have a friend who's hilarious just like that. He is never going to do stand-up, and he should, but he's not going to.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of guys like that. That's like the Joey Diaz kind of guy.
Yeah.
Like it's like a miracle that Joe Rogan got him to do comedy because he never wanted to.
Yeah.
And he is like a conversational comedian too.
Yeah. I hate the... Actually, I'm not going to say that. Never mind.
Before you came back for the...
Was it going to be a race or was it going to be a group of people? What were we going for?
another name drop?
Yeah.
We'll edit it out.
Yeah.
No, we won't.
No, it was nothing. I'll tell you all after.
Before you came back for the summer, you were opening for somebody, right? In LA?
I've been opening for Jamie Lizzo.
Yeah, and he was a J. Cool.
Yeah.
How was that? Because the pictures that you posted look like some really good shows.
It's very nice. It's nice because like I've done it enough to where like a big crowd doesn't scare me as much. Because like I was fortunate enough I got to do a show with him in Austin this past weekend.
Oh, really?
And it was like the first time of like doing like a 200-person show that I was like, before going up, I was like, oh, I'm not nervous for this at all.
Hell yeah.
And a lot of it is because I know his crowds by now.
Yeah.
And so I know like, oh, this is going to go my way. But it's a cool opportunity. It's very like, he's a great dude. He's like one of the nicest people I've met doing this. And I've gotten to do a lot of cool stuff.
Did you just happen to run him at an open mic or did you see you at a show? Or
So he was at Mic Drop in Plano, and I do this thing where I just message headliners for guest spots.
Okay.
And then he responded. I didn't know who he was at all, but he was like, yeah, he liked one of my jokes on my Instagram when he looked at my page. And so he was like, you want to come do 5 minutes?
Hell yeah.
And then I went, I did 5, and it did well. And he was like, you can just host the weekend. And then I hosted the rest of the weekend, and then he was going to be at the Irvine Improv in California, like right when I moved out there. So he was like, if you want to come back and do that. And then we did that weekend, and then I've been doing a bunch of stuff with him since.
Hell
That's
yeah.
incredible, dude.
That's
Yeah.
pretty fucking awesome.
Hell
That's cool to get, not only get like a guest spot, but like almost get picked up, like
Yeah.
having
That early
sort of
on.
like mentor-y kind of.
Yeah, dude, and I am so lucky because I remember I was doing a show in like Redlands, California, and with a lot of those guys that work the door at the Haha. And one of the guys, we went out with him after. Well, he was like, he'd been doing it for like 10 or 12 years, and he was talking to us, and he was like, talking to us about like how to get on the road and open for people.
Yeah.
And he was like, you got to offer to like help them with like video or like help them sell merch or do something. And he was like, because no comic's just going to take you on the road as a favor. And I was like, oh, shit. I like realized how lucky I was
Yeah.
to do that.
That's pretty fucking sick.
And I feel like, in general, I just got very lucky with that.
Yeah.
That I meshed well with his audience. Yeah.
I was gonna say you being early on to be able to like go to Austin and like know that it's gonna go well because you know his crowds. Like most people can't say that for years in comedy to like know what that's like to know what to expect with the crowd and a comic that you're opening for. That's gonna help you a lot early on and your experience it early on as like a young comic.
Well, I definitely can't do it with like every crowd, but just he has a very old white crowd, so I can figure that A, they're probably gonna like me, and B, B, like I know like the jokes that do well with them, ones that don't.
It's fucking nice. That's pretty sweet. That's pretty darn sick.
Who's the coolest person
Hell
you got? Hey, what's up, man?
A ski.
What's the coolest opportunity you've gotten so far, Jarrett?
I've gotten very few opportunities. I think I'm typically off-putting at first. I think that's the problem is that from a small glance, I'm off-putting and people don't take the chance to know me. I
will say you're very highly regarded by Chris Gardner and RJ. Like they recognize you.
Everyone I talk to about Jarrett has nothing but good things to say.
Oh, I'm super. Man,
Albert, on the other hand,
one day, those good things to say are going to turn into opportunities. Because, I'm trying to think of.
He's like, they better.
And that's a threat to myself. None of you guys, please, opportunities, please.
Oh, more kind words and no opportunities. Cool.
What is this one? I'm gonna.
That was just explosion. Oh yeah, we fucked up and I accidentally put 2 barks. So
hey, can we turn the dog bark down for me, just out of respect?
Okay, yeah. We'll get rid of the dog bark so Albert doesn't have any more PTSD crash outs. I'm trying to think of any particular opportunities I've had. I mean, I've had the opportunity to get paid for a show, which was nice. Anthony Reyes paid me the most I've ever gotten paid to host a late night show at a sports bar. Oh yeah, and that was a pretty nice opportunity to actually get paid to do stand up a pretty good amount.
Mansfield,
Fat Daddies.
Fat Daddies, yeah.
Besides that, I mean, I've gotten the opportunity to hang out with my friend, make friends, and I think it's been nice. Really, I would say the opportunities that have been the best have been people kind of believing in Dead Froggy Productions, like Distribution Bar, 100%. This is the best opportunity that we've had. It's true. Because we get this every Tuesday to do this podcast, do this Punch Up on a Mic, which starting last week, we've had more people come to and been getting more compliments about. And so I think the Punch Up Open Mic is going to be a big, fun staple for the open mic scene in Fort Worth. And this podcast has been a blast to do. And I think everyone that's been on it has had a fun time doing it. And I think we've been slowly getting better at it.
Yeah, we've seen how consistency pays off.
Yeah,
sure.
This and then Crabs and Laughs too is another one that's given us the opportunity to do a lot of shows monthly, multiple shows monthly there.
Have you done Crabs and Laughs yet?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I haven't done a show there yet. I'm doing one. I think on Friday I'm doing.
Yeah, Friday made to order.
Okay, that's right.
I loved that sketch, by the way.
Thank you.
I sent you a message about it. Any spare? Any spare prompts?
Any spare topics?
I loved it because I had just ignored a homeless guy, so I was like, "Oh, this is perfect." I was watching it as I was passing a homeless guy, so I was like, "Oh, this is great."
Yeah, he saw himself in Taco. Was like, "Get your own prompt."
Yeah. Yeah, we need to get some mics for. I was hoping you'd be out at Cicada yesterday, so we could use your mics, or Chris Taylor, and of course, y'all both didn't happen to not come to Cicada. And then Cam forgot his bag with his mics, and so we need to have some mics set for us to just use anytime we want to film shit. But it ended up being fine without it. It ended up being a lot of fun.
The mini
doing
mics?
the mini mics. But that was a lot of fun doing that sketch. And then we did the one in the bathroom for trauma dumping.
Was that what you doing? You walked in on me changing before the show?
yeah. Luckily, George was changing his shirt and not his pants. I walked him on changing in the bathroom.
It was like we hadn't said a word to each other yet. I was in the stall. He was just like, "Oh wait," and then. So have you read a time travel joke yet?
I told George we were just going to sit down for our little talking section at the beginning.
Me and Jarrett aren't going to make eye contact to each other and only talk to you. That's what I said.
I feel like the opportunities that Dead Froggy has gotten have been probably the best that I've gotten. And just getting to meet awesome comedians has been pretty awesome. You've had the fucking Kill Tony opportunity, and now you're getting more opportunities out of that. Have you gotten anything else before or beyond that you would?
Honestly, no. I could say my first show. My first show was with Anthony Reyes. I had been doing open mics for a year, and I hadn't got booked on anything yet. So to get that opportunity, and I found out right before that, I thought it was just a show. So whenever Anthony started doing cockpit comedy, he would do 4 comedy and material battles, like 4 people, and then 4 roast battles. So I didn't know until then that I was going to have to do material battle, like comedy material battle versus Fredo Will, Yogan Young, and Jordan.
Damn.
Not Jordan.
Jordan Mack? Jordan Haywood?
No, Jordan Haywood, yeah. I had to go against those 3, and like I was already nervous because
that's a hard, and that's a hard trio to win against. I know. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I won $400, and got a little trophy that broke immediately afterwards, but it's all good. It was really cool.
Can I ask you about the Kill Tony thing?
Yeah.
What were your I'm sure you've been asked this a million times. But what were your nerves like going in front of a literal arena on Kill Tony?
Honestly, I didn't let myself acknowledge it. I did my joke like I normally would, but it was weird to do a setup and have them laugh at that before the punchline.
Yeah.
Because like that's how you know it's about to be, like it's going to go well probably.
Hot crowd.
I had never experienced that before.
Yeah. Steven Taco, when talking about it, he said that that same thing, like, he said almost it was kind of easy once he started. Like, it was more nerves before actually speaking, but once you started, like Albert said, getting a laugh on a setup, it was like, oh, we're so used to this having to like work so hard, and now it's almost easier because they're primed to laugh. They want to laugh, and I've been doing these jokes for so long that I know they work. And so
I've been part of great shows and had great sets, but not like that. I will remember that forever.
Oh yeah, sure. That's a pretty insane one. Man, you're gonna miss the second opportunity for because they're coming back in September. You're not going to be here for that. It was honestly just signing up with a bunch of DFW comedians and like waiting out there. There was like 60 of us out there. Yeah, that was fucking fun. And then having friends get pulled, it was like I would
probably pull up to hang out for that. Yeah. I don't feel like signing up for Kill Tony is a good idea for me.
Yeah,
why?
I don't know. I just don't feel like. I feel like if I'm going to go up on Kill Tony, I want to have like a solid minute that I know is going to crush, and I don't feel like I have that.
I think you're underselling yourself because you are. Because you're a storyteller. A good minute.
What's that?
Because you're a storyteller.
That, but also it's like it's because like if I want to have a minute that's like I want to get like 5 laughs in a minute.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like there's a minute in my act that I can really do that. And especially.
That's interesting. It makes sense though, considering like I know how you write your jokes.
Yeah. Because I like naturally. Which might be just a lot of comics, but I naturally write long setups.
I mean, even Steven Taco was worried about that too with this set because he knows that he doesn't write like one-liners or nothing that's perfect for Kill Tony.
So I would just want to be tighter before I went up, and it feels like it obviously
Tony would really appreciate you being tight.
Delete that from the podcast. There, let's see if we can find a good tight asshole sound effect.
Oh, here, I got you. This one sounds like a nice, tight little squeaky butthole.
It's like, why does George keep looking for the shotgun? Is there everything going on?
I'm just looking through all of them.
Everything going on all right at home, man?
What is this one? Oh, this is the Seinfeld one.
Yeah. Oh my god, that one's so loud. That one's so fucking loud.
That's the never mind.
That's the Minute Monkey.
Jesus.
Oh, that one's a really quiet one.
This is Tony coming on my tight asshole. This is
There we go. We got it.
George Black in the house.
George Black in the house, guys. This is Dark George Brown.
I had a really dark time. I'm not going to say because we're recording. I'll tell you after. I had a really dark travel joke.
Hell yeah. Can't wait to hear it. The punch up open mic.
Yeah.
Okay, so I know you have jokes about like the craziness on campus. What are some of the most just weird or interesting or crazy people you've interacted with in college?
So I do a story that you guys have heard about some drug use.
Yeah.
That story is actually about my roommate.
Yeah.
And so he was like a lot of substances being used. And it was very like, it was my first time away from home, and I was just like, it's fine, you know, just ignoring it. I came home at like 1 a.m. once, and he was asleep, and I came home, and there was some just chick in his bed and sat up, and we just looked at each other, and before I could say anything, she was like, I'm sorry, and then just got her shit and left, and I was like, what? And so it'd be stuff like that would happen a lot. He had a cat in his dorm. Like he was like dating a girl for like a week who had a cat, and she just left it at his place, and then the cat lived in like his dorm. This was after I moved out.
Oh, okay.
His cat like lived in his dorm for like a.
He let a cat move in after a week? That is crazy.
He just missed having a pussy around.
Hey.
We're going to make George kill himself by the end of this podcast.
It seems inevitable at this point.
Yeah.
Inevitable at this point.
It's okay. You can try it again.
I'm just going to kill myself.
Yeah. Does this count as a live studio audience right here?
They
Sure
are.
does.
How big does an audience have to be for it to be a live studio audience?
I guess it just means to be live and in a studio, right? I guess this is a live bar audience.
Live, yeah.
Yeah, you hear them roaring. Live bar audience.
Live ICE detention center audience.
We're on the wrong side of Fort Worth,
Yeah.
and I'm the wrong color.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man. So something we like to do. Do we want to do new bits, or do we want to do one of our games?
We should do a game.
Let's do one of our. Okay, fine. I feel like this is something that a college student should be adept at doing.
Yeah.
Because, college boys are always trying to get a nut off, right?
Yeah.
And so I think what I want to do is smash or pass, but with inanimate objects to see what you need to be packing when you're moving off to college. I was going to start off with one, and we'll just go around giving an inanimate object.
We each give an inanimate object?
Yeah, I'm thinking pumpkin. Smash or pass? What are you guys thinking?
Smash. It's very fuckable.
I feel like Smash, but the post-nut clarity, when you pull it out, it's got all the pumpkin shit.
I mean, they call it smashing pumpkins for a reason. Yeah,
you gotta
smash.
smash.
Yeah, you gotta smash. I mean, also pumpkins are just literally a bunch of nice rump, like butt cheeks, just all around it. You got.
I think this type of conversations is where the weird energy at school comes from for me.
When this podcast comes out,
I think this is just like I do shit like this at night. I go to school.
Jared's finally letting it out.
Yeah. No, I think the Great Pumpkin is a good.
All right,
good one.
What do y'all think about lava lamps?
Lava lamps. Ooh. Visually, I think if I didn't know what a lava lamp was, visually I'd be like, it's like the lava moving inside the lamp is like as alluring as like a nice woman with beautiful hips dancing.
But I feel like once you get to know the lava lamp, you're like, oh, you're just cheap, materialistic.
It's gonna burn. Your penis is gonna burn a lot.
I bet that shit looks pretty sexy on Adderall. Just watching like new colors form.
Oh yeah. I would say. I'd say smash up until the point that it happens, then it's going to be an immediate regret. I think the pumpkin, there will be post-nut clarity. I think there will be pre-nut clarity.
I think it's like a lava lamp is what a chick looks like when she's drunk, and then a regular lamp is what it looks like when you wake up next to her.
I think consensus is a very regrettable smash on the lava lamp.
Very hot at first.
Yeah.
So to tell you my thought process a little bit with this.
Okay.
So you guys both picked objects that were like you would probably smash. I was trying to think of an object that you would obviously wouldn't.
Yeah.
And my first thought was plunger.
Okay.
And then I was like,
Where are you gonna get suction like that?
that's what I was thinking. So I'm gonna
give you a hickey that covers the entirety of your pelvis.
I'm gonna go worst object to fuck. I'm gonna go mousetrap.
Ooh, mousetrap. I think I think you nailed it. This is a easy pass.
that is very tight. So tight it'll break your dick.
Yeah. I think there's a tightness level that exceeds.
Well, it's bad when it can be part of the Special Olympics, the Pain Olympics.
Actually, I think with the mousetrap you have to specify.
Yeah.
Has it been set off yet or not? Because if there's a fresh mouse in there,
No. The jizz is actually what gets the mouse to come up.
I was gonna pass until you mentioned the rat being in there too. So.
Yeah.
I think I would
definitely pass. Yeah.
I think I would pass.
Yeah, I think I'll have to pass.
George, are you familiar with the Pain Olympics?
I've heard the term before. I don't remember.
That
what
is
it
some shit you would hear about in college.
Yeah, that's some. I feel like Pain Olympics was a thing that was talked about when I was in high school.
It's
so
almost more specifically just dick torture.
Yeah, I feel like it'd be
busting your ball bags.
Did you guys look at my search history before the show?
The problem is the Pain Olympics would have been big while George was in like middle school to late elementary school. Yeah, so the Pain Olympics, the one thing I remember was dude chopping his penis off into pieces or something like that. Yeah, it's
The fuck was that?
I don't know. Order up.
That was it sounded like
an intercom.
like a submarine located.
Did we just
too.
get the light?
Yeah, it was our light. That's like an intercom, like before like they announced something on an airplane or like an airport.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. Man, okay, I'm gonna think if I have one more good smash or pass before we go on to the next thing.
Onion slicer. Trying to think of the worst blender.
You're going for the easy pass. I'll pass on onion slicer. I'll say a sponge daddy. You know what I'm talking about?
Just a sponge.
Yeah, like the sponges with the eye holes in the mouth.
Oh,
they literally have a mouth. So
see what's tough about that? My penis is small enough to fit into one of those holes. So
yeah, I'd say smash on the sponge daddy.
Easily smash.
Yeah, because easy cleanup right afterwards. It's you already got the sponge right there. And really, the benefit of a sponge daddy compared to a regular sponge is if you run it under cold water, it hardens. If you run it under warm water, it softens. So you can choose. It's like the.
So when you jizz on it,
yeah, it's like the sleep number of pocket pussies.
They got the people from Sleep Number to be like, how can we?
The sleep number and pocket pussy work together on the sleep pussy.
I would love like a Sleep Number mattress commercial, but with a fleshlight. It's like Dak Prescott's in there. He's like, it adjusts to whatever temperature you want. And it
we can have pussy at any hardness level. Yeah, I think sponge daddy's
with cold temperatures for recovery.
How about a Tempur-Pedic bed?
Tempur-Pedic bed? Oh.
Memory foam.
Now, if it's someone else's smash, if it's mine, pass, because I don't want cum stains in my bed.
That is a weird. Only if I'm violating someone else's territory.
Because if I don't have to sleep in it, then
let's see. Trying to think of another. I'm gonna go with a Swiffer.
Ooh, Swiffer. See, the problem with a Swiffer is I don't know where I'm smashing.
Yeah, dealer's choice.
Dealer's choice.
But it also's got a little spray, so it's like...
Ooh, Swiffer's a squirter smash. I've never gotten to...
Swiffer? You mean a dick tickler? Easily smash.
Yeah, it's smash. As soon as you mention the squirt feature, I'm smashing that Swiffer. The Swiffer wet jet. With a quicker picker upper.
Wet jet, ayo.
A quicker picker upper.
Are we talking about objects within the house?
Yeah.
My girlfriend.
Smash, I'll smash.
Hope we don't publish this.
Well, besides that, the only other thing I was going to talk about this last week. Anthony Reyes sent me tagged me in this video of this FedEx driver. He was trying to deliver a package to a house, and these two dudes try to like rob him. Like one's like, "Oh, that's for me." One's like, "Oh, that's mine, dude," and he's like, "No, it's not yours." He ends up in a fight with these guys.
Yeah.
And Anthony asked if I would do that, and fuck no.
Yeah.
I am not. I think my strategy immediately, if someone's going to rob me while I'm delivering a package, is I'm going to start opening the package for hopes of one of two situations. Either A, they realize it's not worth robbing me, or B, there's a weapon in the package. And I think that's what I'm going to do is just start beating. What would you hope that you're delivering?
A big box.
If someone gets in a fight with you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you hoping is in your package?
This ties back to something that I found very funny. It's like a bit I was trying to do. It never worked, but it was always funny to me. Like, imagine you're walking down the street and there's a guy, bad neighborhood, there's a guy with a gun tucked into his pants.
Yeah.
Right? That's scary. You know what's terrifying is walking down the street late at night and he pulls it up, there's a condom tucked into his pants. So I think I would want like just a rack of condoms.
You just open it up.
Or like
Open it up.
something sexual to be like, I mean business, dude. If you,
I would
just
go
like
with,
you may win this fight, but if you lose,
You open it, it's just a penis pump.
yeah.
I would go with camping equipment.
Camping equipment.
Yeah,
Okay.
because it always comes in like a long bag or something.
Yeah.
Big and protective, and like pull out the camping equipment. No one's gonna want to help you put it together.
Yeah.
They're just gonna leave. Man.
Yeah. You immediately pull out like an IKEA desk, and he's like, shit!
exactly.
I actually have plans right now. I gotta go somewhere. Can't help you out with this. Yeah.
I would hope for mouse traps so that you can be like, oh, please reach in, grab whatever you need.
Or just like a bag of marbles you throw on the ground.
Yeah.
Or like maybe a shotgun.
Or a smoke grenade would be cool.
Maybe a shotgun.
You're a
Oh my god.
shotgun. What do you work for UPS? Shotgun. What do you work for UPS? Isn't that wasn't that a thing in the 90s?
Did UPS carry shotguns?
There was like a UPS driver like shot a bunch of people. Maybe it was bombs. I don't remember. I don't know.
We got that too.
Hold on. There's a good sound effect for what I just did. There's a cricket. There it is.
Yep.
What kind of cricket? Oh, it's a cicada. Wait, no, it says cricket.
Yeah, I think it's more of a cicada than it is a cricket.
It sounds like a very weird cricket.
But we also got
We got an expert on the
God, dude,
podcast.
The riffs about the cricket sound effects from my bad riff are not doing well, dude. That one makes you really uncomfortable.
why?
I just don't like. I don't like three.
You know why? It makes
Dudes
sense?
sitting around listening to an anime girl laugh. I don't know what it is.
It just brings him back to any time George has almost gotten laid.
He keeps going back to it. Like, I don't really like that.
Well, we are getting towards the end of the podcast. George,
Yeah.
you got any plugs, anything coming up in these next couple weeks?
Yeah.
This episode will come out in 2 weeks.
Big Laugh Comedy Club, July 18th. I'm doing my self-produced show. It should be fun. The last one had like 200 people. It was a fun time. Got some great comics on there, so come to that. Yeah, what about
Fuck,
you guys?
man, the first production that you did, you sold out you got a pretty fucking good turnout in the upper or the upstairs room,
Yeah,
right?
no, it was good.
Hell yeah. Yeah,
fun.
fucking the hope for 2 for 2 on that. When is this coming up?
July 18th.
July 18th, hell yeah. And then what do you got, Albert? Actually, July 18th, don't go to George Brown's bullshit. July 18th, Albert Moreno has a brand new show concept at Crabs and Laughs called Texas Host 'em.
I am very excited about that. I don't think by the time this comes out, that will be the only thing I can promote at the time. So.
Yeah, because your headlining show at Hyenas will
July 10th,
already, July 10th, and then
I like the idea of whenever I promote my show on the 18th, you guys are just going to bleep out the whole explanation on the...
that's happened a lot now where like we'll have a guest on and they'll promote something. I'm like, damn, that's the same bit as Dead Froggy thing.
Yeah.
I got to start vetting our guest.
Dead
to make sure.
Froggy also has a show on July 18th.
Yeah, we have
All three of us will have shows
yeah.
going on.
Yeah, we
The
are.
trauma
if it-
dumping.
If you got a group of 6, send 2 of them to each show.
yeah. Come to both
Oh my gosh,
shows.
that is a great couples night out for like an old married couple. Like, babe, there's 2 comedy shows. We don't have to spend time together.
We can go to each one on our own.
Each go to one on our own.
Good
Yeah.
promotion for each other.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I think besides Dead Froggy stuff, I don't got anything coming up. So fucking Dead Froggy Productions, check that shit out. Check out George Brown on Instagram. Check out Albert Moreno on Instagram. Me on Instagram. George Brown is what? George Brown Comedy or just George Brown on Instagram?
Jesus.
Was that like?
Right. What was that?
What? That sounded like a fucking start of a fire alarm. Jesus Christ. Is that where they sampled the fire alarm sound effect from a screeching chair?
I think that's what gave them the idea.
Yeah.
I just like wiped my hard drive of what we were talking
just completely.
What were we talking about?
Well, we normally have like a unique way of outroing the show, but honestly, I have no fucking clue how we're going to outro today. George Brown, I'm going to do the outro, and I just want you to be completely perplexed as to what's going on the entire time, okay? So, Albert, can you kick that music on for me? And have that dead froggy button ready.
Wait, he's doing an out. What is he doing? He's doing an outro?
It's
he's trying to do an outro right now.
Here at Distribution Bar,
did he say he's ending the show?
He's trying to close it out.
Every Tuesday at
Why is there
6:30
music?
to 7:30.
I don't know. We don't usually do it like
directly
this.
afterward, we
said
host the
he's doing
punch-up open mic that you can sign up for. It starts at 7:30, and we go till the list is complete. I've been one of your hosts, Jarrett Florea. This has been my co-host, Albert Moreno.
Why is Jarrett's
and our
pants so
guest,
tight?
George Brown. Come back every Tuesday. Thank you, Distribution Bar. Have a good evening.
That's a dead froggy.